Welcome to Deadly Dames, and for this video I was going to do just a new pickup video of vinyls that I've picked up, because as I said recently in a couple of other videos that FOP has a massive vinyl sale on with movie soundtracks, but I decided that I was just going to do instead a run through of all the movie vinyls that I actually own, because it's starting to get a lot. I've got one of the boxes from HMV, which I picked up, one of the metal boxes, which is full, and I'm going to have to go back and pick up another one. This is something that I'm really passionate about. I just love movie soundtracks, and I love picking up all the different ones that I really like and collecting them, because they are becoming quite collectible, and some of them are really, really pretty, the artwork that goes into them. So one of the new ones that I recently got from FOP was Midnight Swim. Now I actually haven't seen this movie, but it was down to £5 and the soundtrack's pretty good, so I think I'm going to look out for the movie. Now this was a release from Death Waltz Records. Now I don't think it's a film, it's called Black Channels. I think it is just an artist, but it really took me by surprise. It's really good. Obviously I showed you that I recently picked up the Fog soundtrack. I got it from Strange Vice at the Film and Comic Con. I love the Fog. I think John Carpenter is an amazing composer, and I'm so glad to have finally got the Fog. I was on Strange Vice's website recently, and I noticed that it's out of stock, but I noticed he did have Prince of Darkness in previously, so I'm going to keep an eye out for that coming back into stock. And then I got New and Tasty Abe's Odyssey vinyl, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. This is a new one. This is the Forbidden World soundtrack. I actually don't have a sleeve that's big enough to fit it in, so I've just kept it in its original plastic. It's one of those ones released from Death Waltz vinyl that's really, so I'll see if I can turn it around so you to see, that it's really, really tight, really thick, and it's hard to get the vinyl in and out. And then Devil's Business, this is the one that's actually playing right now. Twins of Evil, this is another one from FOP that's in the sale just now. Cannibal Holocaust, I was listening to this last night, it's actually a very good soundtrack. A new one again from FOP, this is the New Barbarians. This is a bit of a crazy soundtrack, not something I'd expect for the movie, The New Barbarians, although that it is, I suppose, a bit of a mad movie. But I'll play it in another video, but it's very, very energetic, should we say. The vinyl's just black inside that one, whereas the House of the Devil, which is another new one I've picked up, it's a bright, vibrant red vinyl that's inside this one. Again, it's in the sale with FOP, so see if you like movie soundtracks. Go in there just now before they run out of them. The Raid, this is £10 in FOP just now as well. Then, in my opinion, probably the best movie soundtrack that's out so far this year, Neon Demon. Really, really love Cliff Martens, I can't say his name today. I really, really love the music that he's coming away with, and this movie just benefited so much from his soundtrack. I don't think the movie would have been as good had his music not been in it. They've got Red Heat, The Warriors, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, and these were all the vinyl finds that I got from the antique shop in Glasgow. Return of the Living Dead Part 2, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. I do actually have the soundtracks to Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 2, but they're on CD. Mad Max, Beyond the Thunderdome, Every Which Way But Loose, Witches of Eastwick, Touch of Evil. Now, FOP and HMV seem to be releasing a lot of these sort of older soundtracks. They're not very expensive, so I just thought, I like the movie Touch of Evil, I thought I'd give it a go. And I also got Experiment in Terror, which is also another really good film. Room 237, which is a documentary soundtrack, but although the documentary is okay, you probably really wouldn't watch it more than once. The soundtrack to it is absolutely phenomenal. You actually get the CD with this vinyl as well, and I've got it on my iPod and listened to it a lot. It's a really, really good soundtrack. the Star Wars, and this is the limited edition gold vinyl. They have released Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back as well as gold vinyls. I always forget the name Empire Strikes Back, and I don't know why, but they've released both of them as gold vinyls as well. I just haven't picked them up. New York Ripper. If I remember correctly, I think this is a green vinyl that's in here, and it's one of those ones that it's very, very tight to get it in and out. Yeah, it's a green vinyl. And then we'll just move on to my overflowing box that I have. I'll bring over. Oh, it weighs a ton. Here we are, so we'll just start taking them out from the front. So, my lovely picture vinyl of Back to the Future, which I love. In fact, I'll not put the picture vinyls on the bottom. Picture vinyl of E.T. Again, I found this in that antique shop in Glasgow. I'm needing to go back there for a visit, see if there's anything new. And then Monty Python, Quest for the Holy Grail. Eric the Viking. Shocker. I still haven't got the sticker off the front of this one yet, but it's Excalibur. Warlock. Warlock's actually a really, really good soundtrack. Little Ship of Horrors, a classic. The Goonies. One of the first, I mean, I've had movie vinyls for quite a long time, but this is one of the first Death Waltz records that I picked up, which was They Live. Again, John Carpenter, you can't fault the guy. His soundtracks are amazing, and They Live is one of my favourite ones. I would like to get, as I said, Prince of Darkness, Halloween, Big Trouble in Little China. I think I've actually got all the other ones that I really like. Weird Science. Here's another John Carpenter classic, Escape from New York. The Amazing Psycho. Sorry, my tower's getting big here. The Fury. Shaft. And then this one here is Music and Politics of Black Action Films. So I bought this because I'm a big fan of like Jack Hill movies like Foxy Brown and Coffee, and there's a lot of the soundtrack on this album. Ghostbusters. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Zombie Flesh Eaters. Again, it's got a big vibrant green vinyl in there. Army of Darkness. Far Cry 4. Same guy did the soundtrack for Far Cry 4 as Neon Demon, Cliff Martens. If I'm saying his name wrong, I do apologise. Cannibal Holocaust. Killer Nun. Sorry, I'm running out of space a little bit here. Halloween 2. The Amazing Reanimator, and look at the artwork on that. This is the only album that I own, I'll pull this back a little bit, that I own from Waxworks Vinyls. I have ordered the Waxworks vinyl release of Nightbreed, which I got from Strange Vice, and I'm waiting on it in the post. House by the Cemetery. From Beyond is in FOP. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think I'm going to have to pick that one up. Jaws, classic. Demons, I absolutely love this vinyl. It's a blue colour inside, and I've got number 429 out of 666, which I love. Halloween 3. Oh, it's Death Waltz. I was going to say, is that a Waxworks vinyl, but it's not, it's Death Waltz. Fright Night, and this is the original release, so it's not the re-release. And last but not least, Earth Girls Are Easy. So that is all of the movie soundtrack vinyls that I have. I think I do actually have somewhere now, don't judge me for it, Dirty Dancing, which is somewhere in the mix, but which I've had for a long time. I think it was actually my mum's before it was mine. So I'm really loving finding all these amazing vinyls and listening to them, and I love that that more and more people are starting to get into movie, especially horror soundtrack and sci-fi soundtrack vinyls, because it means that more companies are releasing them so that I can get more of them. The thing about old movies and old sci-fi horror film movies is that these soundtracks, no one really bought them to start with, and now that vinyl's taken off in a big way, that these movies that I love and I love the music to, and I really, really think that the music makes films, are starting to become more available. And I just hope that this trend keeps going, because there's so many soundtracks out there that I still really want. I wish that Waxworks Vinyls was Records and Vinyls was more in the UK than they are, but you can get them online. The only problem is you do pay a bit of money for them, and there's not often a lot of them that I'm willing to pay that amount for. Reanimator was obviously when I was, and Nightbreed's another one that I really want, which is in the post. So hopefully there's some vinyl fans out there that love the movies and love the soundtracks that I do just as much, and you want to chat about them. So if you've got any comments, please leave them below, and if there's any soundtracks out there that you love, please let me know. Let me know where you get them from, what your favourite soundtracks are, why they're the favourite soundtracks. I love chatting about these things, so please leave any comments, I will get back to you, and please like and subscribe. Share us on your channel, let everyone know that we love talking about the stuff that you love talking about just as much. And as always, thank you for watching, and take care.